We'd like to turn now to some traditional letterpress functions that our GTO is capable of performing. The GTO enables the offset printer to cope with the many demands of business form printing. Numbering, imprinting and perforating are all done in the one pass. For each, it's essential that the front lays are square, for we are locking the sheet into an additional mechanical system that has only one alignment. We can't swing numbering machines or perforating wheels. Let's begin by securing the number of mounting rings we'll need to the mounting shaft. Then the shaft is installed into the press. Notice the way the hexagonal bolt is firmly tightened and its covering plate is slid into place. Using the hand crank, turn a sheet with the correctly positioned image through the press until it appears between the blanket and impression cylinder. Next, move the mounting rings laterally into their approximate position and lock them to the shaft. We can number across the impression jacket using a numbering machine such as this, or around the jacket, in which case we need a convex numbering machine like this, which matches the curvature of the jacket. In this example, we'll use the conventional numbering machine. However, the principle is exactly the same for both. Mount the numbering machines to the mounting rings within the confines of the red scaled area. Then position the numbering machines approximately by making reference to the position on the printed sheet. Now we're ready to place the inking unit into its guide brackets and push it completely to its stops, making sure that the unit gear engages with the machine drive gear on the drive side of the press. The inking unit is secured into its bracket by engaging the two wing screws. The next thing to do is to throw the impression switch to on. These knurled knobs are turned into the press until 3 of the white rings are visible on each side. Printing pressure is now even. Inch the press until the knurled knobs have been drawn in by 2 stages and are stationary. Take the steel roller setting ring and insert it between the mounting ring and the inking roller. Roller adjustment can now occur. When the setting is correct, there should be slight pressure as the setting ring is inserted. We're ready to place the ink in the duct and begin the duct setting. Having done this, the next step is to feed a number of sheets through the press and turn the knurled knobs into the press until the numbering unit prints correctly. Now move the number exactly into position according to the original sheet. Next, we'll need to secure the activating cams to the appropriate mounting shafts. and carefully position them to the numbering machines with the use of the setting gauge. Make sure that the activating levers on all numbering machines have been depressed towards the mounting ring. Now turn the press over by hand, one complete revolution, to check that everything works properly before starting the press. The procedure is fairly similar for imprinting, but without the complication of activating cams. Let's do it. We're going to mount the desired number of printing blocks to the mounting rings. And attach the imprinting plate to the block. Then turn the press to check its position. If it looks close, take a print. Now check for position and quality of reproduction. Finally, let's set up for perforating. This is done around the cylinder with perforating wheels. Once again, we're going to hand crank a sheet which has a correctly positioned image on it through the press until it appears between the blanket and impression cylinder, and then secure the perforation attachment to the appropriate mounting shaft. Position the perforating wheel so that it's in position on the copy, making sure that it's clear of the impression cylinder grippers as well. This point can't be overemphasized and must be considered when planning the job. The next step is to adjust the tension of the perforation wheel to the impression cylinder jacket. Our first adjustment engages the wheel to the impression jacket. Our second adjustment fine-tunes the pressure. Minimum pressure is essential so that when the press is placed on impression, the perforation wheel should be lightly touching the impression cylinder jacket. If you can't turn the perforation wheel with the fingers, then it's set too hard to the jacket and will cut into it. Run the machine on impression and check for position and pressure. Now fold the sheet along the perforation and hold it to the light. The fold should open the perforation if the wheel is cutting through the paper. We're really modifying the press when we do these things, so care is the keynote. A good rule to follow is once the procedure is underway, don't allow anything to interrupt it.